Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm memory planning July 27th to August 2nd, and I'm using this kit from Scribble Prints Co. called Summer Forever. So yes, this is another summer kit, even though I didn't really summer that much. And yes, my nails are still very atrocious. I did not get them removed yet. I did not go buy the acetone from Dollar Tree that I could have. And they are very hard to look at, and I know that, but hopefully soon I'll get them taken care of. Maybe before the next. Probably not. You'll probably still see them next week, but it's fine. Just if they really bother you, just close your eyes. Anyway, this week was my last official week of classes, so they ended. So what happened was we were supposed to end on Wednesday. It was supposed to be our last day, but our professor gave us the option of doing our presentations on Tuesday and then running them through the evening, like having dinner or potluck at school, and then just not coming in on Wednesday. So we all voted for that, and we ended up doing that. This week, by the way, I am planning from the top going down just because I have deco from this kit and I wanted to use it. I don't put that on while I'm filming though, because it would be so painful for you to watch me do that, because I struggle with that so much. And then I do pull in some Simply Gilded Bow Washi at the bottom again. That's like a purple and pink color, just because there's a lot of black in that bottom washi. I do love the checkers, by the way. And if I really was really picky, I would have cut the checkered bottom washi some more, or not some more, like cut it a little bit so that you don't see it through this Simply Gilded washi here, but it doesn't really bother me, and I'm kind of lazy and over today already. So anyway, yeah, so that's what happened this week. Also, I had a really bad tooth infection under a crown that was put in less than a month ago, so I had to get a root canal done. Oh my gosh, worst pain of my life. So even up until the procedure, I was taking like Motrin and Advil, or all these pain medicines, and they were helping, like they were making life bearable. And then after I got the procedure done, the pain and the soreness that came after that was also very brutal. So I didn't even start feeling 100% till probably the next week after. So painful. So I'm getting into the day by day here. The first thing on Monday I'm marking is I was really foggy, so I'm using this cloud that's like a leftover deco from another kit, I think. And then I went to get it Tim Hortons. I'm using this pretty cup that I'm not sure where it's from, but I love it. It's so cute. It has a little vine on it. And then to mark class, I'm using this Paper Bits Co-Bear. And I did turn down the speed, because normally I have it on 1.2, but I find that I'm trying to rush through my talking so fast that I thought I'm going to try turn it down this week, and I put it to 1.1, so it might be a little bit slow and I might change it back. But anyway, Monday afternoon is when my tooth started to really bother me, and my professor actually sent me home, and I was just in pain like all evening. That evening I was in bed and I was icing it. I was taking pain meds, and I was like I was even crying. I'll admit, I'm an old lady, but I was crying. And then moving on to Tuesday, with this tooth sticker from the Planner Monkey Co., I marked that I went to go see my dentist. I love my dentist though. He's amazing. So, yeah, he's seen me right away, and he told me what was wrong. And then I had to make an appointment for that. He gave me antibiotics to take, and then I had an appointment that Thursday. So, and then just to continue taking pain medicine. So, and then with this computer monitor from the Prairie Planner, I marked that I worked on my presentation. And then with this car sticker, marked that I went to the city where my class is, and I went to go do my presentation. And I'm using that either emoji or munchkin to mark that I did the presentation. I actually went, even though my tooth was in pain, and I was kind of like, telling my classmates, if you see me drooling, just, mind your own business. And then with this paper Shire Girl, marking that we had our potluck, and we continued just to listen to each other's presentations. It was actually really nice, and it was a really cool way to learn a bunch of concepts that came out of a textbook that would have been so boring to read about otherwise. The food was great too, and I did eat, even though my tooth was like really hurting. So it took me a lot longer to finish my food than everyone else, but it was really good. And then using this house icon marking that, I went back home and I picked up Taco Bell for my husband because we don't have a Taco Bell in our city. So I picked some up for him. And then with this munchkin, just mark that we cuddled when I got home. Moving on to Wednesday, first thing I'm marking with this coffee icon is that I got coffee. And then me and my parents went to, I'm just trying to think. I think they camped over on Tuesday, or maybe they came down Wednesday. I'm not sure. But anyways, we went to Valley Village using that shopping bag from the Prairie Planner. And this munchkin like noodle bowl, I think I'm trying to see. It's either a munchkin or a modi, but I'm not sure. So we went for Chinese food after that. And then using this lipstick, marking that I did my makeup. I sometimes have the urge just to do my makeup, and it doesn't happen very often. But this day I was feeling it. I don't know. Then I worked on my papers. So, like I said, my professor let us go early and we didn't have to go on Wednesday. But the thing is, we still had 2 small papers to submit. So he kind of just said, just submit them Wednesday before midnight, whatever. So I was working on those. They actually took me a lot longer than than I thought they would. So I I don't know, I probably mentioned this before, but English is not my first strong language. I mean, it is, okay, it's hard to explain. English is my first language, but I learned broken English from my grandparents because my grandparents' first language was not English and their language got taken from them from residential school. So I learned broken English growing up, and so words are not very easy for me sometimes. Plus, I'm relearning my language, so it's like it's yeah. Anyway, that's a long-winded thing no one has asked me. Um, and then Wednesday we went to a grocery, so I'm using a grocery icon to mark that. And then I lost my wallet. So with this Prairie Planner girl looking stressed, I marked that I left my wallet at the grocery store in a cart outside, and some amazing person took it inside. If you understand the city that I live in, that's very rare that would have happened. But thankfully, someone did that, and I was very emotional that evening because of it. So I'm using this emoji head marking, like just crying, just marking. That was so emotional. Oh my goodness, now I'm falling behind. On Thursday, marking that I didn't have enough sleep using this Stick with a Plan Co. girl. Then I had my dentist appointment using another planner monkey tooth. And then with this sad face, marking that I was sore. That's either munchkin or emoji. And then marking with this emoji that I took a nap. And then I played games using this 3 years apart controller. And then this evening, me and my husband watched Scary Movie, the new one. And I didn't have any ghost face character stickers, so I just used this jigsaw one. And then moving on to Friday, first thing I'm marking is that I slept in, and I'm using another Stick with a Plan Co. girl. And then with this money icon, marking that I was having problems with my funding. It's totally my fault. I missed the application deadline, so I was just trying to appeal it. It's totally my fault, so I don't know. I'm going to have to figure something out for my fall class. And then with the I was going to say TV icon, but it's just a TV, marking that I watched my show. I don't know when I finished that show, but it's called I Will Find You. It was a Harlan Cobain series collection thing. Really good. Then I play games using this 3 years apart controller, marking that we went to get Ida with my dad using this paper shark girl. And then with this little emoji or munchkin giggling, I'm marking that my dad. Okay, this is so funny. My dad, so when we went to the Chinese restaurant earlier in the week, my aunt took a picture of me and my husband, and me and my husband just hated the way we looked like ourselves. Like I looked drunk, and my husband said he looks really scared. And the picture is not very flattering of us, whatever, but she uploaded it to Facebook. And then my dad was going to resend it to us kind of as a joke. And I don't even know how he did this, but he sent it to his entire friends list. So everyone that he's friends with on Facebook, by the way, that he said he hasn't even talked to in years, some people he hasn't even spoke to in years, got this random picture of me and my husband. And it was just like the funniest thing. And his phone was just like pinging all evening because people were like reacting to it or like saying, oh, I haven't seen her in so long. Hope she's doing well, like talking about me. And so, yeah, it was just pretty funny. And then my dad was like even jokingly saying later, he's like, yeah, you guys better come visit us or else I'll send another picture. Like he doesn't even know how he did that either. He accidentally did it, but it was pretty hilarious. Anyway, moving on to Saturday, first thing I'm marking is that I slept in using another Stick with the Plan Co girl, using these Mixie Cats, marking that I had a lazy day, using this coffee cup from Prairie Planner, marking I went to Tim Hortons, using this nail polish icon sticker from, you know what, I don't know, I was thinking to say Glam Planner, but I'm not sure. Marking me I went to Bingo with this 3 years apart controller, marking that I played Apex with this planner, I think it's from Paper Bits Co, marking that I planned with this emoji or Munchkin, I'm pretty sure it's emoji, marking that I did a voiceover. And moving on to Sunday with this pillow from Papershire when they were still called Toffee Bananas, marking that I slept in. With this Stick with the Plan Co girl, marking that I made coffee at home. With the car icon, marking that we did errands. And the car is from the Prairie Planner. And then with this little book from Curls Creations, I'm marking that I did some research for my final paper. So at this point, I still had one more paper to write, but it was the big major one for my second professor, and it was like a 10-pager. So I had to do tons of research. So I started my research that day. And then with this girl from Papershire, marking that I started playing a game called Mixtape. Right now, I'm still in the process of playing it, and so far, it's one of my favorite games of the year. And then with this shopping cart, marking that we went to get groceries. And yeah, that is my week. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a great week. Bye.